So, you came home now, and you're so happy.
Thank you, Nancy.
So you're so very welcome.
Thank you.
So, for those who have not heard the story, we will share with you. And if you want to eat, start eating, you can. If you want to wait for 20 minutes, whatever way you like. Maybe we can even be outside here.
Okay.
Because it's so beautiful. Please, find a place. First of all, I want to say thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming home.
Yeah.
You know, there are different houses around the world, but they call this the Canadian house.
Canadian house.
Yeah. Well, every time we come over here, something done.
We don't see anything done.
Well, we only see it finished.
Capite questo bravo. Bravo. We are here only to see with our eyes that God works miracles. Who doesn't know our story? So we'll briefly recount that as well. First of all, what I always say that is very important to know is that we have never seen Our Lady. I have never seen Our Lady. We have had no mystical experiences. We have no gifts different than yours. And we're witnesses that Our Lady comes from heaven every single day for 30 years. How is it possible? Because her messages that we read in Canada changed our life and saved our life. And that's what can even ask for the point. This is period. This is it. This is the whole story. So it's very important that we clearly understand. You didn't come to see any kind of visionary. None of us have seen anything. I was a lawyer and my husband was a businessman. We lived in Vancouver. Our life.
How long the castle been built and how long have you been here?
I'll tell you afterwards if you don't mind. He wants to know everything. Oh, my typical Canadians. Everybody else waits to the end. My Canadians want to know now. My castle is still being built. We've been here since 1993.
聽完你都賣晒你 business 移居呢度，你都係。
Our life was without God, without prayer, and without sacraments. We were both raised in the Catholic Church, of Catholic parents. When I met my husband, he was already divorced for the second time with 4 destroyed children. One, a drug addict, dealer of drugs, another an alcoholic, rugby player, and our daughter divorced twice before age 24. Fourth son living in immorality, can't even speak about. Is that a surprise? They had everything material. They had all the money they wanted. Brand new car at age 16, brand new. Patrick was a dealer of BMW, Honda. Brand new BMW's convertibles. Best schools. Best vacations. The best of the best. And one, a dealer of drugs. Another, an alcoholic. Our daughter divorced twice. And our other son living in immorality that is beyond explanation. Because they never had God. They never had a father at home. That's a natural fruit. We can't pretend it's a surprise. After 6 years, buddy, I'm going to put you on a leash, honey. You're done. You're a done deal. How do you put him on a leash? He loves everybody except our neighbors. When our neighbors come, he goes crazy. Why? Because when they were little, they used to beat him. And he's never forgotten that. So I told him he's Muslim, he's not Christian. Because he has never forgiven and never forgotten. Okay. Anyways, sorry about that. But after 6 years, we decided to get married in a helicopter up on a mountain. Civilly. Whistler Mountain, beautiful, huh?
Whistler.
The helicopter Pilate was the best man who we met an hour before. It's funny to the world, isn't it? And to God, sad that he cries. And we got down, that was it. Only the tears of my mother pushed me to speak to the bishop. The bishop explained that Patrick's first wife had to wait 17 years to receive annulment of the marriage. They were minors when they were married, not of legal age. She felt forced into marriage. Those are two reasons that are legitimate for annulment, that their marriage never existed. You understand what annulment means? You can't cancel something that exists. And even though there were two legitimate reasons, she had to wait 17 years because marriage is a sacrament. It is sacred. These popcorn annulments that are received from local parishes are not okay. Second marriage was outside the church, so with the permission of the bishop, we were married in church. Dressed in white, in mortal sin, putrid stench before the nostrils of the Most High, asking for the holy sacrament of marriage. And you know what God did? He gave it to us. In His humility and His meekness, He gave us the sacrament of marriage. And after that marriage in the church for our mothers, our life continued without God, without prayer, without sacraments. It was for them. In a life like that, my brother sent us the messages of Medjugorje. I opened the booklet and I had no problem in believing that Our Lady was here. My mom always spoke, Lourdes, Fatima, Our Lady of this, Our Lady of that. Mama, please, Mama, you have all these blessed mothers on one wall. Isn't one enough? It's just, leave my blessed mother alone. So now you look at any one of our walls and there's blessed mothers everywhere. God gets even. But the messages were not for me. I thought I was Catholic. All the sacraments, well folded and put in a cupboard. What else do you do with the sacrament? You put it away. I wasn't even sure for what. Maybe when you die that you get buried in a Catholic cemetery. I don't know. What do you do with the sacrament? What use is a sacrament? Piece of paper. Twice a year to church, Christmas and Easter. Hvala vam što ste došli.
Idemo još malo
Samo izvolite. Samo izvolite. I da Bog blagoslovi čovjek. Svako dobro. Drago mi da ste došli. The mom wanted to bring her children. You know what it means for a parent to bring their children? You know what it means for somebody in a family to come? To want to come to Medjugorje, to be touched by the grace. You know what it means to those who pray for years to bring them here? And if they didn't receive the warmth here, what use would this house be? Hvala što ste došli, Marko.
Aj, s tetom se pozdravite, mamićo, dođi.
Leonora, tetom se nisi pozdravi, Leonora.
Hvala vam. Hvala vam. Hvala vam što ste došli. Hvala od srca hvala. Neka Bog blagoslovi. Hvala. Svako dobro. So I decided to give these messages of Our Lady of Medjugorje that I knew were real, but they were not for me. Because I was much more Catholic than our Catholic friends. Our Catholic friends were Buddhist, Taoist, Hinduist, practicing yoga, atheist, agnostic. I had all the sacraments. Patrick did not believe that God exists. When he was 14 years old, he was so wounded in a Catholic school that he decided that God did not exist. When our son came to him at age 14 and said, Dad, please, would you tell me about God? Because they speak about God. Who is God? Patrick took a $20 bill and said, this, my son, is your only God. Can you imagine saying that? Can you imagine saying those words as a Catholic? Blasphemy of blasphemies. This, my son, your dollar bill is your only God. There is no God. I have seen what goes on in the Catholic Church. I've seen who is in there, what they do, and never believe. It's all a lie. So can you imagine my shock when I gave these messages to my husband to throw them away, because he didn't believe in God. It would be on his conscience, not mine. If he had to go hell, well, okay, so be it. But I was okay. Can you imagine that? And I thought that I loved my husband. And with all the love that I had at that time, I did love him. I had no concept that love is crucified. I had no concept that love and sacrifice are synonyms. For me, love is a feeling, sensation, emotion. I had no concept. Couldn't even enter into my mind that our only purpose in a sacrament of marriage is to bring the other to heaven. Not to not care less if you go to hell or not. Can you imagine that? It's shocking. I mean, just shocking. We have to be shocked. And you can imagine my shock when my husband, who did not believe in God, wouldn't enter into a church if you paid him, a priest, opened the little booklet that my brother sent us, read one message, and started to cry. Dear children, I'm calling you to conversion for the last time. You, not somebody else, not the world, you. I've come to tell you that God exists. And in one moment, through one message of Our Lady, God heard all the prayers of Patrick's mother. Patrick's mother was an orphan, raised by the Sisters of St. Joseph in Canada. For 48 years, she prayed the Holy Rosary for her son every day, without seeing one little improvement. It was just worse, and then worse again, and worse again. The more she prayed, the worse it seemed to get. And you know how really we're surrounded in a Protestant world in Canada that ridicule Our Lady, that ridicule our faith, that ridicule our devotion. You can imagine our neighbors saying, "Oh, Mrs. Lara, and your pearlies are not helping you, are they? Didn't I see your son say that God doesn't exist? Oh, and one of your granddaughters, wasn't she down in the prostitution row? And your grandson a drug addict. Oh my, Mrs. Lata. So your pearls really are not helping you, are they?" And she always said, "I pray, I believe, and I wait." And in one moment, through one message of the Mother of God, God heard all the prayers of this faithful mother. Patrick saw his life start to cry over his sin, and the most important thing he did, he said, "Blessed Mother, I don't know how to consecrate my children to your Immaculate Heart, because I don't know any formula of consecration. But I beg you, please take my children. Please be the parent I never was. I'm a failure. I destroyed 4 children. I destroyed a life. Please, I beg you, save my children." I remember when he read Our Lady's message, your first step to conversion is confession, first step. He looked at me and says, "I got to go to confession." I said, "You know, Patrick, do you know you have to go in front of a priest to confess?" And he said, "If the Mother of God says it, I will do it." Do you understand what that means? Do you understand the grace that it takes to do that? I remember when he came out of the confessional, he was crying, and he says, "Everybody's lauding me as a rich, intelligent, capable man. And I was very stupid. I didn't know that God was waiting for me with all his mercy to forgive all of my sins through a sacrament of confession. Through a priest." And after that he said, "Nothing in the world interests me. I want to live in Medjugorjie." I have to be honest with you. I said, "Patrick, listen, I mean this stuff with the blood of God, I mean praying the rosary and stuff, I don't mind, but couldn't we pray the rosary on the beach in Hawaii?" I had an image, Mai Tai in one hand, rosary in the other. Oh! And he said, "No, I want to live in Medjugorje." Everything that you see here is what one man gave it back to God when they fell in love with the Mother of God. A man wounded in the Catholic Church built all this to heal the wounds of the Catholic Church. This is only a retreat house for priests, religious, and those who have given their life to Jesus Christ, like this couple right there. They've lived here 17 years. As I told you at the beginning, I repeat again because it's very important that you find it clear. And you know, despite me repeating it just the same way I do to you, to all the others, we have never seen Our Lady. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay? At the end of the talk, one of the ladies, it was yesterday, came to me and said, next time you see the Mother of God, would you tell her that I have a problem with my son? Okay. It's easy for you to laugh. I wanted to cry. I mean, I can't make it more clear. It has never been more difficult for us. I had somebody doing all my cleaning. I now clean 30 bathrooms. Huh? For the peace and joy what the world cannot give and the world cannot take away. Knowing that God exists. Not that external peace. We still argue. You know why we argue? Because this woman here, the wife of my husband, does not know how to be quiet. I'm trying to learn from this one here, but it's not working. Our Lady says, dear children, this is not your home. Your home is heaven. We have come to realize that we have short-counted hours, counted minutes, counted seconds. We are on a countdown. The minute that we are born, we're on a countdown to give everything to God, to run, to serve, to run, to give, to run, to love. And then He has to return it to give everything back to us. You know what's so beautiful? Is that we can begin today. St. Francis at the end of his life said, brothers, up to now we have done nothing. Let's begin today. Up to now we have done nothing. I have done nothing, but I want to begin today. And we're not dead yet, Father. We can begin today. And we've come to the place where the heaven opens every single day for 30 years, and the Mother of God descends, and this shocks me, okay? This shocks me. I don't know about you, but it shocks me. Do you know who's coming down from heaven? Do you know who she is? She's the Queen of heaven and earth. She's the Mother of God Most High. She's the Queen of the universe, Queen of patriarchs, Queen of prophets, Queen of angels, Queen of the Almighty God. And she comes down from heaven every day and she says, I bow before your free will. And I implore you, I beg you. The literal translation of the word incarnation is, I pray to you. Doesn't that shock you? It shocks me. I go in front of her statue and say, Blessed Mother, I'm praying to you. She comes from heaven and says, I pray to you. I pray of you. Please help me to help you. If you live my messages, you will see miracles. And if you don't, I cannot help you. Do you know that you can come to Medjugorjie and receive no grace at all? You can come all the way to Medjugorjie and receive nothing. Because God will not trespass against our free will. I remember Father Yosa once saying that a bottle, plastic bottle that's empty, that floats on the ocean, is not a witness that there is no ocean. The fact that it is empty and dry inside is not a witness that there is no ocean. It's a witness that it's closed shut. And we can remain closed shut here. I'm okay. Do you know who the most difficult person is to convert? Here we have people from around the world coming. We're here 17 years. Do you know who the most difficult person in the world is to convert? The most difficult, hardened, almost impossible, a practicing Catholic. We laugh. But it's the truth. A sad truth that cuts to the core of our being. Because I'm okay. I'm okay. You know, I pray, I go to mass, I do this, I do that, I give to the poor, I work in the choir, I work in this, I'm involved, I am me, I, myself, everything me. Tax collector and the Pharisee. I, thank God I'm not like the others. Forgive me, Father, a sinner.